Hey guys, welcome back. It's Shelby and we are going to be making a little DIY costume today. So Halloween is just around the corner, and even though, again, I might not go out just due to reasons, I still want to make a costume this year. I didn't do one yesterday and it really felt weird because I love dressing up for Halloween. I love making costumes. I love just going all out. So this year I decided that I'm going to do that regardless of whether or not I have anywhere to go. But I'm going to make kind of a comfortable, realistic outfit so that if I don't end up going to a party, I'm not in non-movable plastic gear or whatever. Basically, I want to be in costume, in normal clothes, if that makes sense. But not just putting on pajamas and saying I overslept. That's not a costume. It's not. Personal opinion. So this year, I'm going as Princess Peach. I got a few things off Amazon that are actual clothes and I'm going to turn them into the proper costume. Some of them are costume specific, and yeah, basically I don't want to look like the cartoon version of Princess Peach, although it's really cool when you do the giant eye makeup and everything. So when you close your eyes, you look like you have the giant drawn on eyes. Not doing that. I want to look like a normal person, like if Princess Peach stepped out of the video game or the movies or whatever, like how she would look if she was wearing proper clothes, like normal, regular fabrics. So that's what we're doing today, and I'm really excited for it because I'm going to be dressing up for Halloween and it's been too long. So let's get started. So I bought this, which is the most branded Princess Peach thing ever. It's her crown. I just got it on Amazon. It looks perfect. It's got the big gems, like the fake plastic look to it, this little headband to hide in your hair, and then this, which is a gem to put on your costume. So it's a separate little gem that comes off. And by reading the reviews, I know this comes with double-sided sticky tape on the back. I also know it basically doesn't work. So I also got these, which are just a set of magnets. And I'm going to open this up, and the first step will be to glue the magnets on the back of here. So we will have a magnet attached to the back of this gem, and then the other one I can just put inside the top and it'll just glue right to it and not damage the top, which is awesome because it's actually a really cute top, and I might want to wear it post Halloween, so we will see. I also got these, which are elbow length gloves. Nothing needs to be done with these. She just wears white elbow length gloves. So these are already done, super easy. I have a top. I found a top that legit looks like what she wears. It's crazy. So it's just a pink top. It's got kind of the ruffle collar that she wears. It's got puff sleeves, and it's just basically perfect. So imagine that with these gloves, basically totally her top, right? The only thing is it needs that gem, and we're gonna fix that. We're gonna put that right there, and that will be perfect. And then I got the skirt, and the colors aren't a perfect match. Just bear in mind, I'm going for real world Princess Peach, if she shopped on Amazon. And this was the closest color I could get to the skirt. Her skirt is two-toned and it's a slightly different color in some of the renderings. So I got the skirt. It's just a long chiffon maxi skirt. I thought about getting a petticoat to go with it. I decided not to. Again, if I don't end up going somewhere for Halloween, I want to be comfortable, and I think just swaying around in this will be voluminous enough that I can get away with it. So that's going off to the side. I have a little belt to affix and I should have looked up what they're called. I think they're called palettes or whatever, the hip swags. She's got giant hip swags. Let's see. Oh, there's a picture of her right here. Yeah, so these things right here. So I got the darker color of fabric to do that, and I'm going to attach them with this really pretty fabric colored pink belt. This is actually a steal. I got this, and this is going to go with so many of my dresses and everything that I already have, so I don't want to ruin it for the costume. Because this is just a really great fabric lined belt in a really flattering color. It's a corally pink color. It's gonna go with basically all of my sundresses. It'll go with black or white pants, gray. It's gonna look great. It's just a little pop of color, but it's not super bright. So it would even go really well in spring or winter. So I wanna keep this safe. So basically those are the only things I need to DIY, is this and the little hip swags on the belt. So that's what I'm gonna do first. And then we'll lay out the costume, and then we'll try it on, and then we will maybe have a Halloween, but either way we will have a costume. Yeah, that's, you see that shiny part? You can catch it in the light, there we go. That's what's supposed to hold it on to the top. It's already sticky. There isn't even a place to pull off the sticky. Well, I guess it came off the back there. Even on my finger, you can see it's pulling away from the gem. That is not gonna hold anything on. I do love that this is labeled as a disguise. Like it says Nintendo disguise. It says the same thing on the crown. Like, not a costume, you guys, a disguise. All right, just pull that right off. It's not even a command strip. Like, it is 3M, but it's just like, imagine sticky tape made out of like a weird tissue paper instead of like plastic tape. That's what it feels like. Here is what the gem now looks like. There's that little bar across the middle. That's what we're going to use to glue it to. There we go. These are pretty strong. I'll leave them together. As long as they attach to each other correctly, really doesn't matter. Put a giant dollop of E6000. And enough that it can go underneath too and kind of like really saturate in there, because why not? Put this on right there. Just like that. And then I'm gonna go back in with my glue and just kind of hit the sides a little bit. All right guys, so you know how I promised we'd be working on the skirt next? I lied! I totally forgot she has earrings. Earrings, not just earrings, earrings that match this blue gem on her crown and the front of her outfit. So my initial thought was to take my big gems here, stick a little earring stud on the back, and boom, earrings. The only problem is this looks nothing like her regular gem. So then going through my drawers, I found these, which is the remaining package of plastic vase fillers. They look like this. They're little chunks of fake ice, fake glass, whatever you want to call them, but look, look, look. They are the perfect color. And if you put them up here, they actually look kind of good. Like imagine that on the front of a pink top, and then like this, it looks great. And I could honestly just kind of leave it as it is and glue it onto an earring post back. And I have a jewelry kit right here, which I bought a while ago. And you can see I haven't even like taken them out of the package yet. And I just looked through this and I don't have anything to make stud earrings with. So I have these, which make dangly earrings. Just like, come on. I should have pulled one out before I turned on the camera. Sorry about that. There we go. 2 of them are coming. I have these. They make dangly earrings. They just attach like that. You guys have seen these. You know what they look like. Guess what? Her earrings are very much stud earrings. But it's gonna have to work, right? I don't want dangly earrings, that's not what she wears. What I need to do is turn these into stud earrings. We'll figure that aspect out later. What I need to cover first of all is how to make these look slightly more like this. You guys might remember these from me making a sun catcher out of them. I've done a couple melted plastic crafts with these little gems. I actually really like them. It's a really great crafting medium. It's kind of fun. It opens up like a whole realm of creativity, but because I have a history of melting them, I know I can get relatively the shape, like maybe not perfectly round, but I could definitely get a more flat back just by heating them up, and hopefully the edges will kind of like melt down a little bit and be a little bit softer. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pop these in the oven for 350 degrees for a couple minutes. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep checking on them because I don't want them flat like normal. And then I'll figure out how to attach them to this to make my post earrings afterwards. All right, you guys know the drill. Go ahead, put some parchment paper down, find the side you want for the back, and put them both matching side down. Pop them in the oven until they are the desired meltiness. Let them cool, and that's it. All right, this got complicated. I'm gonna explain fast. The best way would be go get yourself some post earrings and just glue the plastic onto the back. But if you don't have them, you can strip off the beads from your dangly ones. So you have this little straight stud coming off the bottom, and then you can put a little bend in them so that they're pointing back outwards from where the earring is sitting in your ear. And the little flower bead, you can loop it on there and then push the metal back through one of the other holes so that it sticks flat, straight out, kind of perpendicular from your ear. So this is what you want the post to look like. And then that's what it'll look like with the flower stud. So these aren't going to be post earrings. The little blue gem is going to hang slightly under where they loop through my ears, but it's as close as I can do. Repeat on the other side, or just get post earrings. Here is a close-up of what they kind of just look like. At the end, you can see the part that goes through my ear, and then it just kind of comes back and loops through that flower bead, which creates a nice flat area for us to glue the blue plastic onto. Otherwise, it's a very thin wire to try and glue the blue plastic onto. That's why I needed those little flower flat gems on the back. And I think this is gonna work. So yeah, a little weird, but it works. Back is nice and flat, which is exactly what we wanted. They are not perfectly round, nor is the dome totally gone, but I didn't want to risk melting it too much that it completely lost its shape and just melted out. So at about 15 minutes, we have a decently round-ish shape, still the perfect color because they never really lose their color when you do that. Nice flat back. I don't know if you can see that. And I don't know, they just kind of look like little faceted stones. They're not perfectly round the way the gem is. Let me grab the gem. This is still drying, so I gotta be careful. But they're the right color, they're the right-ish shape, and I think it's gonna work out pretty well. I'm going to start with my E6000 and my glue. And I am going to put this upside down. And I'm going to put a dollop of glue on the back of what is hopefully now a very large surface area. Just like that, nice little dollop. I'm gonna stick it up towards the top of the earring and just press it on. Wow, that works so much better than I was even expecting. Look at that, dude, I'm a genius. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm so good. All right, so that's just gonna dry just like that. I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one. Literally genius, look at this. We just turned dangly earrings into post earrings and vase fillers into giant Princess Peach gems. Obviously, they're very, very wet and not at all dry. We will let those also dry for forever. We will put our main brooch next to them. And now we will finally start working on the skirt. So I've got this big piece of bright pink satin. Very nice. And I think first things first is we'll just cut it in half. Boom. So here's the part of the video where I do the one thing nobody wants me to do, and that is glue my fabric when I should be sewing it. And not even using fabric glue either, using E6000 because that's what I've got. Basically, I'm getting tired and I don't have a sewing machine currently, so to do this I would have to hand sew it, and I just don't want to right now. So I managed to do this in the least efficient way possible. Mainly I got tired and didn't think through my actions, but you're gonna wanna create essentially an oval. Use the attached middle inside seam, if you will, just like the center of the oval, as the part that goes over your belt. Put glue on the outside edges, fold it together so that it's shiny side out and creates an oval with a little hole in the center for your belt to go through. Or you can do it the way I did it, which is a hot mess and a half. So choice is yours, but yeah, think it through. I was too tired to, and it was a mess. All right, that was probably the worst possible way I could have done this. Completely messed it up, completely made a mess, and this is my only piece of fabric, so I gotta run with it. Realized halfway through, why did I make the seam here? I had a seam connected. This should be the bottom part that scoops up, but like somehow that totally didn't compute. I put the glue on the wrong side. Like, why didn't any of you stop me? Yeah, all right, whatever, we're both guilty. Next one will go a little bit easier, although it's still going to be made wrong because I shouldn't even have glued this seam. I'm tired, I'm getting lazy, whatever, it happens. If you craft, you know what happens. This is going off to the side to dry. It's not perfect, but you know what? It will work, and that's all we care about right now. Okay, whatever, it works. Boom, it's gonna dry, it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna clean my hands up, we're gonna come back and assemble this baby. All right guys, here's the before, and I kind of have my makeup done just the way I normally do it, which coincidentally is similar to how Peach does hers. I have my hair done, again, just like normal. It's not actually Halloween yet, so this is just kind of like a run through, but it's kind of that like curly princessy hair that she rocks, and then I'm just in sweats because I'm going to change into the costume right now. So this is how it turned out, guys. It's pretty awesome. Obviously on the day of, I'll want to do my hair and makeup a little bit closer to hers, but like for what it is, hello, this looks really, really good. I'm gonna get like a vertical shot and zoom in so you guys can see it, but like I really like this. I think it looks really good. These turned out pretty okay, actually, all things considering. And all I did was just tuck the belt right in there, just kind of inside it a little bit, and like you can twist it around if you want, but they kind of meet up on the back side a little bit. And the gloves are just so fun. How often do we get to wear gloves? Not often enough, that's the answer. This worked out really well, so this is just, oops, I was gonna say just a magnet holding it on, but then I pulled it off and the magnet dropped, so that's not going back on anytime on camera. But yeah, just a magnet. It was holding really, really well, but if you separate it, your shirt will hold on to the other side. So just keep that in mind. Here are the earrings. They turned out pretty fabulous. They are hanging slightly low, but again, they're not studs. I had to improvise, and that's what this channel is basically all about. But yeah, so the crown came from Amazon. The headband kind of disappears into my hair, which is nice. A little bit wobbly, not quite as, you know, firmly attached as I would maybe want, but that's okay. And yeah, overall, I think it turned out really good. I'm gonna do like a little zoom in on the vertical, but I hope you guys like it. Thanks so much for watching. Happy Halloween, and bye for now.